Hey guys, it's Molly. Today I'm taking $10 to a local wet market near my home to see just how much food you can actually buy in China with it. I just got off work, and right now I'm heading over to meet my mom at the residential complex where she works, which is pretty close to my office. Since I don't have a car or anything, I'm hopping on my mom's electric scooter and we're heading to the market together. What's the weather like where you guys are? Here in Hangzhou, it's another super sunny day. Not too hot yet, but people are already starting to wear dresses outside. And honestly, Hangzhou isn't exactly a cheap city by Chinese standards. It's way more expensive than my rural hometown. So instead of grocery stores, most of us prefer shopping at local markets like this. Peace sign. Okay, you guys are probably wondering why I suddenly started walking. So basically, in Hangzhou, electric scooters technically aren't allowed to carry passengers, but we only have this one scooter that we bought secondhand for about $100 last year. So, we kinda have to make it work. Every time we reach an intersection, we have to check if there are traffic police nearby. If we spot one, I immediately hop off and pretend I was walking the whole time, while my mom waits somewhere out of sight. Then once the coast is clear, I hop back on again. We're passing by a university right now, and this is Zhejiang University, one of the top 5 universities in China. Uh-oh. Looks like there's another patrol ahead, so time for another emergency escape mission. We just walked past a little street stand right as elementary school kids were getting out of class. And wow, it smells so good. The owner's grilling hot dogs and sausages right outside a convenience store.
A few moments later.
We're almost at the market now. We're gonna park the scooter at a public charging station nearby and walk the rest of the way. In Hangzhou, public charging spots are literally everywhere. Phones, electric bikes, all of it. Oh, and over here is a package pickup station. Everyone's deliveries are just left on the ground near the entrance of the apartment complex, and nobody steals them or messes with them. People just look for their number and grab their own package. And this is a garbage sorting station, basically the exact same setup as the one downstairs from my apartment. Right now it's around 5:30 p.m., so kids are getting out of school. And honestly, this is already considered pretty early in China. But those huge backpacks they're carrying basically mean their day still isn't over. Most of them still have tons of homework and after-school tutoring ahead of them, sometimes all the way until like 10 at night. And the older the students get, the heavier the pressure becomes. The market we're going to is in Hangzhou's West Lake district, since it's close to West Lake. Buildings here have height restrictions, usually no taller than 7 floors. So in this area, you basically won't see skyscrapers or even buildings over 10 stories tall. But because it's near West Lake, the greenery here is amazing. And honestly, that's one of my favorite things about Hangzhou. And finally, we made it to the market. This place has multiple levels, and each floor sells different things. The first floor has fruit. The second floor has vegetables and meat. And the basement level is seafood and fish. My mom bought some celery for dumplings tonight. A few tomatoes. And 1 corn. Altogether, that came to $4.26, and the sweet grandma running the stall even gave us some green onions for free, which is actually super common in China. This block of tofu only cost 29 cents. Tofu is cheap and delicious, and I honestly love it. Unfortunately, I still don't know how to make mapo tofu. China has a huge variety of vegetables, especially green vegetables, and most of them are usually around 50 cents to $1 per 500 grams. Let's take a picture with the cheap and delicious veggies. And as you can see, the pork vendor is processing the exact piece of pork we just bought, which cost us $2.35. Since we're making dumplings, we asked them to grind the pork into minced meat using a machine. This service is completely free, and almost every meat stall here does it. And boom, instant ground pork. If we had to chop all of this by hand at home, it would probably take over half an hour. So thank you, technology, for saving us the effort. Last stop, the fish stall. We bought one sea bass for another $2.35, and besides that, we also got 4 eggs for about 49 cents, and that's everything. My apartment is a pretty standard one-bedroom place, but the kitchen is actually pretty spacious, definitely enough for the two of us. Now I'm washing and chopping all the ingredients so we can start cooking. Quick ingredient showcase. Tomatoes. Celery. Green beans and peppers. Corn and green onions. 1 giant green pepper, the ground pork and 4 eggs. And finally, the fish. Tomato scrambled eggs is probably the dish I make the most, but somehow I still mess up flipping the eggs every single time. Then my mom made stir-fried green beans with cured pork. The cured pork was actually a gift from one of my coworkers, so we're not counting that in the budget. Have you guys ever tried tofu with green onions? It's a super simple cold dish, no cooking needed, and it's honestly so good. In China, the most common ways to cook fish are braising it or steaming it. Today my mom decided to fry the fish first and then braise it, which gives it way more flavor. We're making celery pork dumplings tonight. So first we have to finely chop the celery and mix it with the pork and seasonings. A lot of people know Chinese people eat dumplings during Lunar New Year. But honestly, we eat them year-round too. Whenever we're craving them, or when there's something to celebrate and we don't know what to eat. Dumplings are usually the answer. It's also something the whole family can do together. And for a lot of Chinese people, dumplings really feel like the taste of home. And finally, once the dumplings are cooked, it's time to eat. So in the end, Ten got us 5 dishes and a whole pot of dumplings. What do you guys think? For us, this is honestly an insanely big meal. Normally, one homemade meal for our family costs around $1, and our average daily spending is probably around $10 total. Cooking at home definitely saves even more money. Thanks for watching today's vlog. What can $10 buy where you live? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll keep showing you guys more sides of China that you probably don't usually see online. See you in the next vlog.